Hey guys, what's up? In today's video, I'm going to be going over my November budget. I'm a little bit late getting this video out, mainly because November just came so fast, and I honestly can't believe we're already this far into the year, but I do really love this time of year. That's probably why it just went so fast. I am a digital budgeter and a cashless budgeter. So what that really means is I just use this spreadsheet to track all my expenses coming in and coming out, and then create my budget in here as well. So it's kind of like a one-stop shop, do everything in this one sheet. If you're interested in this spreadsheet, I will link it down in the description box below. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this budget. I am first going to start at the top left with my income, going over what we expect to get for the month of November. So for this month, we are expecting a household income from our W-2 jobs of $6,246.58. So this number has gone up as than previous budgets, and that's because we did change some things on our paychecks and our deductions and whatnot. So we're working with a little bit more money because I'm trying to put more money toward our Christmas savings right now. So the second one is actually my student loan savings. This is not like any other income besides what's in our savings account. I'm just transferring it over to my checking account so I can make my student loan payment. I mentioned this in a previous video, but I'll just sum it up really short. I owe $8,200, actually a little bit less because I made a payment last month. So around that much, around $8,200 on my student loans. And I have that money in a savings account set aside. And right now I'm just making the minimum payments because I did apply for the public loan service forgiveness and I've yet to hear back. So I'm just waiting to see what they say. If they don't pay it, no big deal. I will just have that money set aside to pay this off when I'm ready. So that's just a little bit of background. So in total, for our income this month is $6,347.58. So that's our monthly income. So let me show you where we're allocating this to as far as our expenses. The first section on my expense tracker or on my budgeted expenses are my fixed expenses. These are the expenses that don't really change from month to month, that stay the same, or I know what they're going to be before the month starts. The first one is my mortgage, and that is a standard $2,600. The next one is my van payment. I'm budgeting for $65. Then our water utility bill is $71.04. I actually know what this is going to be before the month starts, so I can budget for it exactly to the penny. Next is my Apple storage. I'm budgeting $10. It's usually $9.99. Next is my internet. I am budgeting the standard $65.55. Next is electric. I'm budgeting $197.04. I actually do know what this is the month prior as well. Next is my cell phone bill at $98, my 403B at $94, my life insurance at $30, and my trash at $27, and then my Chewy subscription for the dog food at $63. And I actually put this line item in there, it's blank, because my Ritual subscription was in there for my multivitamins, and I actually took it out. I still have it. I just took it out and moved it over to my HSA account so I could utilize the benefits of having an HSA. And so I can utilize our money from our checking account for other things in our budget, if that makes sense. So that's our fixed expenses. Now scrolling down to my variable expenses. These are the ones that do change from week to week and month to month, and that it's the reason why I do my weekly check-ins. I come on here and video them, because I want to make sure that I'm staying under budget with these. So for the first one here, I have food. I'm budgeting $1,100 for this. I usually budget $1,000, but I went ahead and bumped it up $100, mainly because for the holidays, I am off 1 week and I want to make sure I have enough money in case sporadically I entertain people one day, somebody comes over and I can go ahead, or I say somebody, like some of my family come over or vice versa. I have the funds to go ahead and, supply food or buy food, cook food, et cetera, et cetera. So it is $1,100 for food this month. The next one for gas and car, I'm budgeting $225, which I actually don't think I'll use or I'll need this full amount because Again, I am off that 1 week, and this is like a standard what I would spend in a month going to work every single day. So yeah, I don't think I'll use as much because my commute every day is 30 minutes there and back, so about an hour a day. So I don't think I'll use the full amount. Next is household. I'm budgeting 60. I don't foresee us needing anything in household this month specifically, so I'm going to keep it at 60. For miscellaneous, I am keeping it at 100, and I like 100 because I want to have enough money on hand for the miscellaneous things that come up, especially during the holidays. Next is pups. I am budgeting $40, and this is just extra on top of their food already. Next is kids. I'm budgeting $200 for kids. I could never have enough money for kids. I'm always going over on kids. So this is where I kind of up the budget a little bit, not too much. So I'm going to keep this at $200 for diapers, wipes, and anything else that comes up. Next is beauty. I'm budgeting $60 for beauty, $60 for medical, and $60 for fun. And then for gifts, this is the one I've also gone over a lot in the last month or two. So I bumped it up a little bit to $200. So I feel better about that. Lastly is personal spending, and I budgeted $60 for myself this month. The next section of my expenses is our savings, and I am budgeting all of it to go to our sinking funds, mainly to fund holidays or the holiday Christmas sinking funds. And so that I was able to budget $360 this month, which I'm super excited about. This is more than previous months, and I'm looking forward to see where we can put this money as far as our sinking funds go. Next is my debt section of the expenses, and I'm just budgeting for my student loans and debt, the 101. So that'll cover the payment that I owe on it. So that is all my expenses. Scrolling down to my totals for my fixed expenses, I am budgeting $3,720.63. For my variable, $2,165. For my savings, $360, and debt, $101, with a total expenses out of $6,346.63. I should say out or allocated. So that leaves me with 95 cents remaining based off my income or our income, which I'm like to do a zero-based budget, but if I'm off a few cents, I'm not really worried about it. The 95 cents can sit in my bank account as a buffer. The next thing that I like to do is scroll up and look at my charts and graphs to see where all my money is allocated, and I'll zoom out here. So I really like looking at my budgeted expense overview. That way it gives me like the big picture of where my money's going. I'll look at the budgeted breakdown too, but I tend to always go toward the budgeted overview. So based off our income this month, 58.6% of our income is going to our fixed expenses. 34.1% is going to our variable expenses. And 5.7% is going toward our savings. And then, 1.6 of it is going toward our debt there. I like to see the savings a little bit higher, but 5.7 is still pretty good. Something I forgot to mention earlier is in my income section on the left here, I'm actually going to be adding some categories to it, because I'm going to be cashing out all my apps that I have made money in this year. And so you'll see those in here, and I'm putting 100% of that money into our Christmas funds and sinking funds. I can't remember all the apps, but I do know it was Upside, Macari, Surveys on the Go, and I think Brand Club. But there was also a couple others that I can't remember off the top of my head. But yes, so I'll be cashing those out and adding them to my income, and those will all go to savings. So that savings will actually be big, or it should be bigger than what it says right here if everything goes as planned. And the last thing I go over in these budgets is my monthly goals. So I've kept all these monthly goals pretty much the same as last month. So like standard budget, video, weekly check-ins, read one book, and budget for Christmas. Those are all still the same. I hit 2 out of the 4, I believe, but I know I need to definitely read more. Instead of budget for Christmas, though, because I already budgeted for Christmas, I think I'm going to put something else. I think I'm going to put my savings challenges. I want to finish savings challenges. But I am going to add one more goal to this, just because I've been trying to focus on doing more videos and being more consistent. Now, I've been posting my video weekly check-ins every week, but I don't have a consistent schedule, and I've just been posting whenever is convenient or whenever I find the time to do it. But I would like to get on a more consistent schedule. So my next goal that I'm going to put in here is plan out a more consistent, or plan out my videos in advance. So I'd like to sit down with my calendar for November and plan those out, but then also take that into December and into the new year. So that's my goal. I do want to get better at that. So there's my November budget. I made a plan for all my money. I still feel like things are going to come up, and that is bound to happen. But that's why I do these weekly check-ins and throughout the month, so I can come on here and take a look at my finances and see what's going on and where we can make changes if we need to. So let me know in the comments below, what is something you are looking forward to in the month of November? The month of November is super fun for me because I think just because not only do I get a week off from work, I just get to see my friends and my family and spend time with loved ones and surrounded by food, and good food and at that. So yeah, let me know below, what do you look forward to in the month of November? I'm going to have my next video come out probably in 2 days. It should be my October closeout. So be on the lookout for that. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you in my next one.